Welcome back to the Zoe Show. It's about like 3 a.m. I just got off work. I'm tired, but I just had to throw a little something together. Got something on my mind. I want to continue with this Game Bangers near death experience. I got a few more stories I want to share with y'all, so I want to get right into it. But first and foremost, if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate that. And share this with anybody who you think might be interested in this type of content, because some people love this type of stuff. Some people don't know nothing about it because ain't nobody never shared it with them. Everybody don't be browsing YouTube. Some people just be Facebooked out. So if you know somebody that don't be on YouTube to see this kind of stuff, send them my link. I appreciate that. Also, for all the young homies and older homies that's still out there in the field, man, get that life insurance policy, bro. Take care of business. Get that life insurance policy and put some money up for them kids or your attorney or something, especially if you touching bread. Take care of that. Be responsible, man, because you don't want your people have to be out there with signs and shit trying to do car washes to bury your ass. Come on, bro. We gotta be smart. We gotta be wise, regardless of how turned up you is in the streets. Think, think like we be responsible about something. Real shit. Be responsible, man. Do what you do, but be responsible. Take care of home first. Take care of home first and make sure you're home. Them kids, just everything is straight away. You good, bro. You good. If you die today, your funeral gonna be paid for. Take care of that, cause you gang banging. So all of us need to have that, bro. Period. We all need that. Everybody need it. Period. But especially cats that's out there in the field gang banging. So I'm gonna keep throwing that out there because I want people to really take that shit serious and really get that. That's an important message right there. I think that's something that we all need to just stress more because we need that, man. We speak on it sometime, but we need to hammer that shit in. That cats need to get these life insurance policies squared away to cover their asses when they get knocked down. All right, let's get it. So this story right here is another one from like 1986, actually. And I forgot about this. I just thought about it. I was at work and I was like, oh, I forgot all about that one. It's like I've been through so much stuff. I tend to forget a lot of stuff. But this one right here, nah. This one right here happened on Florence and Dinker in the apartments right next to that liquor store. So everybody from LA that know that area where Florence and Dinker look like, you know that liquor store right there in those apartments. So one of my homies, I'm not gonna say his name, I'm just gonna call him S. Malone. S. Malone. I'm just gonna run him S. Malone. That's what it is. S. Malone baby mama stayed in those apartments, and the homegirl, baby Scud, she stayed there with it also. Baby Scud being my sister-in-law, you know. But this is way before that. But anyway, uh, baby Scud and her was there, so we go over there to kick it with the homegirls. One day, S. Malone scooped me up. He in his mama car. He like, yeah, let's go over here and kick with the homegirls. Go to my baby mama spot. I like, let's go. He picked me up at the time. I was on 94th and Normandy. We had a spot. We used to be over there. To be a lot of Raymond's right like two houses from the corner right there on 94th and Normandy. So we used to be over there at my cousin Nisi, rest in peace, house. So he come through there and scooped me up from Nisi house. We go over here on Florence and Dinker, yeah. So we go upstairs, we chilling. I see his, I see his baby mama. She got a shiner, and I'm like, all right. When I see that, I kind of already know what took place. You know what I mean? Like, all right. And the homegirl baby Scud there, so we like, hey, what up? We embracing it. So they back then we bumped a lot of oldies. We was always banging oldies. So they in there banging oldies. We just sitting there chilling. Him and her was talking for a minute. Then he like, I got to dip. Mom's called me to the house. I got to get something for mom's. Taco Bell or some shit. He said, I think he said, go get some Taco Bell for mom's. All right, homie. I'll be here. You come back. So I'm over there. I'm on the phone. I'm at the time I'm messing with one of the other homegirls. So I'm on the phone talking to her while I'm over here on the couch while I'm over here with the homegirls. So like I said, they bumping the oldies. We in there just just that scene. Nigga on the couch, the sounds bumping, the homegirls just walking around the house. It's nothing. Oh man, S. Malone took off. A little bit later, His baby mama brother show up. He come to the house. He finna come in the front door. She step outside. He's talking to his sister. He noticed his sister is shined up. So I didn't really pay attention to what was going on. I'm over here like, you be on the couch all in between the pillows, something all like this. On some pillow talk shit. And I just see the door like, open and she pushed it back. I didn't know what it was. So and then a little bit later she come back in the house and she like, crazy, I need to use the phone. I need to use the phone. My brother tripping. I like, all right, so I said I gotta go. Like, here you go. And she's like, yeah, my brother tripping. He looked in the house, saw me on the couch. What he thought was I was S. Malone. Because me and S. Malone is the same complexion. He just see me on the couch on the phone, whatever. He thought that was me. That was him. So he outside heated because his sister I. She like, I need to use the phone, crazy. I need to call my mom and them because he tripping. And now I'm like, hey man, who tripping? I'm like, who tripping? He's like, my brother. He told me he finna come back with his homies because he thinking you S. Malone, and he told me he finna go and get his guns and he finna do this and do that. So I'm like, all right, hold the fuck up. So I'm over here at the homegirl spot. The homegirl, I'm like, you ain't got no strap in this motherfucker? She ain't got no heat in here. So right away I start ringing the homies up. Come scoop me up. Niggas on their way over here. Nigga, I'm on Florence and Dinker. I put the word out. So the word is out to the homies that coming. I can't catch S. Malone because he ain't made it to his mama house yet. So I'm waiting on this nigga. He don't even know what's up. So now here it is. I'm sitting up in this mother like sitting duck right here on Florence and Dinker. All of a sudden, dude come back. I remember because he had a blue Nissan truck back then. That's when everybody's riding the Nissan truck. So he had like a navy blue Nissan trucks with the beat in it. He come back with two other cars with him. It's an alley right behind them apartments back there. So they coming across Dinker, across Manchester, and then as soon as they came across the apartments right there, they busted left in the alley. So they bumping the sounds. She said, they here. So I'm like, oh, nah, where the homies at? The homies ain't made it here yet. I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm sitting duck. Nah, I could have just dipped. But I'm not from the dish front. Fuck that. You know what I mean? My homegirl here too. This the homie baby mama and the homegirl. So I'm like, fuck that. I'm here, but still, nigga, I'm scared as fuck. I'm like, nigga, what calling the homies? What these niggas ain't? They ain't made it here yet. So, and I'm talking to call this nigga S. Malone, like, oh no. So the homegirl like, fuck that shit, cuz I'm riding with my homeboy. The niggas come over, she started putting her arms all around me, like, I'm like, it is what it is. I'm scared, but fuck it. You know what I'm gonna do? These niggas come up here. They start knocking on the door. I ain't gonna say her name. I'm just gonna say TT. They're like, TT, open the door, girl, open the door. Boo, 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 boo. And I'm like on the couch, like, nah. Then the niggas jacked off the gauge. It's like, you heard the jack. I'm like, oh, fuck. So I get up off the couch. I run to the bedroom. It's a little bedroom right here. I'm like, oh, is she like, cuz where the homies at? The homegirl, she all Friday. Cuz where the homies at? Cuz they gonna let nothing happen to my motherfucking homeboy, cuz fuck that. Whoa. She hysterical and shit. I'm like, at the same time, I'm like, these niggas coming through the door. He kicking on the door now. He jacked off the gauge. I'm just suspecting now this fool to just start busting. I'm like, oh, he finna start busting through the door or something. And I'm like, oh, so I'm in the bedroom now. First I was in the closet. Like, that ain't gonna work. The closet thing ain't finna work. Then I went to the back window. They started kicking in this motherfucking door. Doom. I didn't have no other choice. We upstairs. I had to jump. I jumped like a motherfucker. All they do was kick it to the door like boom. And right where I jumped at, the apartments is right next to that liquor store. And in between there's like a little narrow little area where they got clotheslines and shit at. I just was thinking like, damn, what if I would have came down and hit them clotheslines and been like fucked up, just tumbled all, I would have been just smashed, fucked up. But I came down like, oh fuck. I remember I had on the fucking gray suede Adidas back then, so the suede Adidas was cracking. Had the gray suede Adidas on, and my ankle was toe up. I came down, I jumped up, and I started running in between there at the store and the fucking apartment building. And I got out to Florence and I just busted right. But right when before I get to the store, they out the window. And I just knew they was from the store busting, but they didn't. He like, there you go right there. And they was out the window. I'm like, oh, I'm just like, oh shit. I just kept running. I busted right by the store. And now I ran all out in the middle of Florence. Cars blowing their horns and shit. I'm in the middle of Florence, serious shit. I'm going fucking eastbound. The car's going that way. So this was Dinker at this way. So I'm going eastbound down Florence. I'm in between the two intersections just digging. Now the homies, S Malone and Big S Malone came through. They got the message. They rushed back over there. They came through in a motherfucking station wagon. I didn't even see them. They told me later, said, nigga, we rode past you going down Florence. Nigga, your braids was in the air. Nigga, not my shit had cornrows. They said, nigga, your shit was in the air, nigga. And I busted left on that first street. I don't know if that's Halldale or whatever it is. I busted left on that first street. It was running. I'm tired. My ankle was swollen. I'm hurting. Cars blowing the horns and shit. I got the 71st, that first street again. Then I made another left. Now I'm coming back west, going back up towards Dinker. And the motherfucking station wagon pull up on the side of me with the door open. That shit at me. I was just to the point where you just be running, and it's just like you just know it's over. But you still trying to run. You like, oh no, it's like make it feel like some shit in a fucking dream and shit. And it was the homies. He like, get in, nigga, get in, cuz, let's go. And I like, oh, it was S Malone and Big S Malone, and he just came and grabbed me, threw me in the back seat, and said, stay down. Now the police is over here. Cause the homegirl called the police too. She's like, fuck that. These niggas coming over. The homegirl called the police. We got some problems over here. She said, fuck that. So the police is over there asking them questions. But they didn't see nothing. They no, I think when the police came, them dudes was in the back. So old girl brother and his homies, they took off running and they stashed their guns. Now when they stashed their guns, S Malone and them saw where they stashed their guns at. So when they picked me up, I'm in the station wagon. I'm in the back seat, laid down. We swing around wherever they pick the guns up. The homie jump out there and get these niggas guns. And we end up with a motherfucking long ass motherfucking 357 motherfucking Deuce 5 carbine and a pistol grip pump. That's what these cats had. They got all three of their straps and and jumped back in the station wagon, dipped around the corner, hit them, then came back because now the homies is all over here. So now you got a bunch of Raymonds on right out here on Florence now. So the homies is out there. So now the homies pull up with me and I'll come through. The homies like, "Cuz, what's up with everybody?" Going through this old motion. And then the homies, these dudes try to come back. Homies caught these dudes in the alley. Okay, they got off, whatever. These dudes left their cars and got on. But come to find out, this dude was a dude that was, her brother was a cat that was on. In the gang world, in the gang culture, you would say this dude was, I mean, just like, he was claiming two different hoods. He was supposed to have been from Schoolyard and he's supposed to have been from 8th Trade all at the same time, you know what I mean? So some of the people he had with him was more so, I think, I don't know, I think might have been, I don't know if they were schoolyards or 8th Trade, I don't even know. But people I know from schoolyards, I know a lot of schoolyards. I got family from schoolyards, so people I know from schoolyard, nobody really knew this dude because we ran to buy him, you know what I mean? But he came over there like that. But yeah, and that was a moment that I got to say was one of a near death experience for me. Another one because, like I said, them dudes start kicking in that dough. I heard that pistol grip pump jack off. I'm like, what the fuck I'm gonna do? I'm up here on 2 stories in these apartment buildings, right there on Florence. I had no other choice but to jump out that window. Ankle was toe up for days after that. But like I said, everybody that know LA, that part of LA in particular, and you know where the apartments at, right next to that liquor store, Florence and Dinker. That's what all happened at. But I'm still here, y'all.